Hi, I'm Laura Sweetman, the facilitator for Dying Matters Week for Palmerston North for 2025. We're here today at Kelvin Cemetery and Crematorium to meet the staff, hear about the processes and how they support families here in Palmerston North.
And we also have the option of coming through the chapel.
Chapel.
Whether it's via a funeral director or via family directly, everybody is welcome to use the chapel space. We offer a space that is dedicated to that loved one, in whatever form that may end up being, and ensuring that families have that time and requirement through the whole grieving and after time frame. They have that space where they can reflect. For me, being in this position for over 8 years now, it really hit home to the amount of passings that you don't really think of on day to day, and what that does to families. And it's not just one clear-cut way. Everybody grieves, and I've learnt over 8 years on how to be one with those families and to provide as much empathy and support as I can as the admin for this space. So the cemetery as a whole here started in 1927. With the first burial in public reserve. The cemetery as a whole is respected with care and empathy for all those loved ones that lay to rest. In Woodby, we, like everybody, is notable in their own life. We have Lady Higgins, she's buried in our section V. We also have Charles Munro, who was the founder of the rugby football in New Zealand, and we also have multiple World War I, World War II personnel here also. We have a Chinese area. We also have Muslim Association area.
And plus we have got a Jewish section.
Yes.
In the earlier days, they were buried in their religious, Catholic, Presbyterian, Anglican, but in a later era, we've broken away from that and everyone comes together.
We do still have Pacific area for, which is our section J, which is for ministers and sisters and nuns. And nuns. Yeah. That have their particular area.
And we have got true war graves scattered through the rest of the cemetery.
Mm-hmm. Outside of our veterans area.
And that's at Terracine plus Kelvin Grove.
We have Anzac, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas. There's Christmas decorations everywhere. For Mother's Day, there is balloons flying. We put a lot of emphasis into ensuring that not just those specific events, but making the extra effort to ensure that during those events that all the grounds are looking as good as we can get them. Culture and religion is a widespread conversation. So we do try to ensure that we help and provide whatever families. If there is any maintenance required for any of the plots in the cemetery, we will ensure that we try and contact the family. We ensure that it's respectful and tidy and as best to our ability, pending all the weather conditions. All staff here take pride in the activities that we do on a day-to-day basis. And so, you know, when families are in that space, we just want them to know that, you know, we are all approachable to help with their needs or to assist in whatever their needs may be or questions.
Family comes out for a burial and they want to choose a plot. Usually me, Rachel and myself, we go down with them, and those families are awesome. And if a burial does take 2 hours, 3 hours, we just go with the flow.
Hiya, Troy.
Hi,
Can you tell me what your position here is at Kelvin Grove?
we do the cremating and the grounds, burials, and just looking after everyone's loved ones.
Nice.
You know.
All right, you're going to talk us through the process of when either a funeral director or family make a delivery of their loved one to be cremated here at Kelvin Grove. So
So the hearse will come into here, then it backs up to this trolley. We'll open up the boot, put the loved ones on this trolley. Wait till we've got their paperwork, and then push them through here. After they've said farewell, if they're saying farewell out here, we let them say farewell to their loved ones, because everyone knows it's hard letting them go. And then we go through there and insert them into the cremator. And the next day or 48 hours later, they can have their remains back, and yeah.
no, thank you. Hey, in your time in this role, has it changed anything for you in how you view life and death and how we honour our loved ones?
Well, I used to think that you put them in the cremator and they come out in a box, but that's not really how it works.
No.
There's a little bit of work to it. And
Yep.
you just have to be respectful for the loved one that's going through there as much as you can.
No.
It hasn't changed my ways of. It's just a shell. That's all you've got to look at it as just a shell, and
Yep.
you just treat them as one of your own. And, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. And how long does the cremation process take?
From 70 minutes to 90 minutes to 2 hours, just depending on the size. So if it's 180 kgs plus 2.5 hours, just depending on how it's going along on the cycle.
And you guys are constantly monitoring and...
Yep.
Yep. Nice. What's the biggest misconception that you think, I mean, you said yourself that you thought, you know, that you just kind of came out in a box on the other side. Have you figured that public kind of have some misconceptions as well?
Yeah, I think that, it goes in one end, comes out in a box. A lot of them do think that, but they don't realise that the grinding, we've got to rake them out, go through the trays and get all the metal bits out and grind up the ashes and then put them in an urn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's different.
Yeah. Eye-opening, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. When you first do it, it was pretty eye-opening.
Yeah.
But yeah,
How long have you been here for now?
14 months.
Yeah.
Good move. It was a good move.
I hear you.
It is
Good team,
peaceful.
eh?
Very peaceful up here.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good team. And you're doing something for, people that are going through a bit of pain. Makes you feel good. You do a little bit to help them.
Yep. Walk the journey with them for just a moment, eh?
Because, we are the last people to have anything to do with their loved ones before they get them back in the urn.
What is the main difference between a burial plot and an ashes plot?
A burial plot is cost-wise to an ashes plot. It's less land, or less land are taking up.
A burial is a casket, so your loved one is laid into a casket and then laid into the ground. And for burial plots, you can have up to 2 casket burials in each plot. But you can also use, on top of those, also ash urns into burial plots.
Rach is going to show us the Book of Remembrance. Rach, what is the Book of Remembrance?
The Book of Remembrance, it gives the families the option to record the passing of a loved one in the book, which is displayed in this room up here. And it also is open and changed daily. So it consists of all the names that have been requested to be entered into this book, or the names are recorded on the day and the month that loved one has passed. It is by request only, and it's not just gone in there because the person has passed away in this vicinity. So each day the page is changed, and anybody is welcome to. The door is open and unlocked all day, every day, including weekends and public holidays, and it allows people to be able to come in here and view their loved one's name. If they don't make it on that particular day, we do have the option to change the page back for them if they wish, or forward, whichever that may be.
We treat everyone as a member of the public family and respect their wishes.
And with the thought that this loved one is a family member.
We've all been through the process of with a loved one passing away.
Yeah. Although the expectations are high, we do all that we can to ensure that family gets that final goodbye, that final send-off that they are requesting.